In the stillness of ancient nights, when shadows seemed to breathe and silence pressed heavily on the earth, there was one figure who pierced the veil between heaven and humanity, an angel whose presence carried both awe and dread. His name was Gabriel. Many imagine angels as gentle, glowing beings who bring comfort, but in the scriptures their arrival was rarely soft. They brought trembling, terror, and messages that could alter the course of history. And Gabriel, above all, became the messenger who shaped the most mysterious event in human memory, the birth of Jesus. Think for a moment. Without Gabriel, there is no nativity as we know it, no miraculous conception, no reassurance to Joseph, no divine plan revealed. The shepherds may have seen their heavenly choir, and the wise men may have followed their star, but it was Gabriel who first whispered God's terrifying secret into human ears. His words were not merely announcements, they were detonations, shattering the ordinary flow of life and replacing it with divine command. He did not ask for permission, he declared destiny. When Gabriel appeared to Mary, imagine the terror in that moment. A young woman, alone, suddenly confronted by a presence so radiant and overwhelming that her first instinct was fear. Scripture says Gabriel told her, "Do not be afraid." But why would he need to say those words unless the very sight of him was unbearable, a force of divine fire clothed in human shape? He revealed the unthinkable, that she, untouched, would carry the Son of the Most High, that the Spirit of God himself would overshadow her. This was not a gentle promise, it was a cosmic rupture. Mary's life, her body, her destiny were rewritten in a single instant, and the world's fate shifted forever. But Gabriel's mission did not end there. Joseph too was visited in the depth of his doubt. Imagine the fear in Joseph's heart, torn between love for Mary and the shame of scandal, prepared to cast her aside quietly. Into that torment, Gabriel intruded, in a dream as vivid as fire, commanding him to take Mary as his wife, assuring him that the child was not born of sin, but of divine mystery. Once again, Gabriel did not merely comfort, he imposed heaven's decree. Joseph awoke, and his hesitation dissolved into obedience. The story moved forward because Gabriel demanded it. What makes Gabriel terrifying is not only his presence, but the weight of the truth he carries. He is the gatekeeper between realms, entrusted with secrets so immense that the very fabric of reality bends when he speaks. He did not come to soothe humanity, but to deliver a message that could never be ignored. Without him, Mary and Joseph might have faltered. Without him, the story of Jesus' birth might have been swallowed by doubt and silence. Gabriel was not an accessory to the nativity, he was its catalyst. And yet, we often overlook him, distracted by shepherds trembling in the fields or magi wandering under the star. But consider this, those moments are echoes. Gabriel is the spark. His role is the most crucial because he carried the decree from the throne of God directly into the fragile world of men and women. He bridged the infinite and the mortal. He set history ablaze with a single announcement: the Messiah is coming. But let's not romanticize too quickly. Think about what Gabriel's message meant for Mary: fear, scandal, danger. For Joseph, doubt, humiliation, the weight of raising a child not his own. The angel's message was divine, yes, but it was also terrifying, life-shattering, and profoundly disruptive. That is the nature of true messengers of God. They do not arrive to keep us comfortable. They arrive to dismantle us, to tear apart our illusions, and to force us into the unknown. Gabriel embodies that mystery. His very name means, God is my strength, and strength is exactly what his presence required. Those who encountered him were never the same again. Some bowed, some trembled, some nearly broke under the weight of his words. And yet, through fear, through chaos, Gabriel's role remained unwavering, to declare what no human dared to imagine, that heaven was breaking into earth and nothing would ever be the same. So the next time you hear the nativity story, remember this. The star, the manger, the gifts, the choirs of angels, all of it begins with a single messenger stepping into human reality. Gabriel, the herald of impossible news, the shadow of heaven cast upon mortal lives. Without him, the birth of Jesus remains unannounced, shrouded in silence. With him, the silence of the world was shattered, and the fear of one angel's words became the hope of all humanity. And perhaps that is the greatest mystery of all, that the most terrifying announcement in history was also the most hopeful. That in Gabriel's dreadful presence, humanity first heard the whisper of salvation.